Christmas is just around the corner, whether you like it or not. And I wanted to give you guys an idea with one of our books for what you could do at Christmas for a really inexpensive, fun activity to do with your kids or to gift to somebody else's child as well. So if you throw the Little Children's Christmas Pad into your cart as you're shopping, you can find it in the drop-down menu that says Christmas, and there's all the Christmas titles there. But this actual book is a tear-off activity book. So there are 50 different activities, 50 different pages inside this book, and they're double-sided. So you get 100 different activities for your kids. And I would suggest it for ages, let's start around age 3 or 4, all the way up to age 7 or so. And they're really fun activities like Spot the Difference, there's mazes, puzzles, there are circling, like a look and find style. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to create an advent calendar out of these pages. So I've got a bunch of envelopes, so I'm going to label them from 1 to 24. And then every day my children will be able to pick up their envelope and open it up and see which activities they got for that day. So as they're having breakfast that morning, or maybe in some quiet time when they're coming home from school, they can do that activity with you or with some help depending on their age, or help a sibling out, and just have something fun and seasonal and festive that gets them excited for looking forward to seeing what they get that next day as well. And because these books are only $13, you can make a few different advent calendars out of them. You could even put some together for a neighbor and drop it off on their porch, or even send some in the mail to family that is not too close to you. So a fun activity that you can definitely do easily with that Little Children's Christmas Pad. A few other Christmas ideas to give you some ideas if you're hoping to snag some Christmas books before they sell out. We do have mini books that are really inexpensive that are great for going inside stockings, so stocking stuffers. There's some that are for older kids, like our Christmas puzzles with number puzzles and activities that they can do inside there. And there's also Christmas one for Christmas coloring, and they have little rub down transfers. So these ones you can just cut off and rub them on the backs of them, and they transfer right onto the pages. And there's a little bit of color on each one, which is fun, and some text as well too. This one I just got my hands on this year because last Christmas so many of my customers were raving about it, and it's great for older kids. It's called the Christmas Quiz Book, and inside there are tons of different trivia and questions and quizzes that you can do with your family, maybe around the dinner table, and pass it around and quiz each other and learn some fun facts about Christmas and the holiday season. So that one's a really fun one as well, especially if you have older kids. I feel like adults would even really enjoy using that one too. We do, of course, have lots of activity books for Christmas, like our magic painting for Christmas, Wipe Clean activity books. This one here is awesome. We have a smaller one that's Poppy and Sam as well too, all the dot to dot, Spot the Difference. And you can use them over and over again for years and years in a row. There are some books that are religious. You have like our nativity. There's a few different nativity books as well. This one's our favorite with all the different flaps. You can see inside the inn. You can see all of the things that happen on that Christmas night with baby Jesus. And there's also ones that are secular. So for example, one of our favorites is Poppy and Sam's Christmas. That is a sensory book with different touchy-feely textures and tons of flaps to lift and see who's inside homes. And it's a really great story about Christmas Eve and this little farm family, which is really fun too. Reading the letters to Santa, so your kids will love reading that one at nighttime with Christmas season as well too. And the last one I want to share are our phonics readers. So this one, you don't have to only get Christmas books that have Christmas in the title. We have tons like Snow Queen, Crow in the Snow that are great because you can really have them on your shelves year round. They don't get dated as much as some of the Christmas ones. You can only really have for a month or two on your shelves. So Crow in the Snow is one of our favorite phonics readers, where it helps children to learn to read. They have really fun full page illustrations, and the rhyming text and the silly stories really get kids engaged in them, but they're nice and simple for kids that are learning to read or want a nice quick read aloud at nighttime too. So I hope that gives you guys some ideas. Of course, any books are great for gifting for Christmas time, but it's fun to have a few little festive books that you pull out that are special for that season, that your kids will remember when they're older. Thinking back to that like nostalgia, I can think of some of those books that we only had out at Christmas time that we really enjoyed and kind of looked forward to seeing come out at that time every single year. So if you have any questions about Christmas books, just write them in the comments. I can give some more suggestions because we have a huge variety of them. So like always, you can find that in the drop down menu on the website. You can click on Christmas and see all that there is on there as well too.